Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Colin Stucker here, founder, CEO of Wild Foods Co. And I got a cool thing, a cool challenge, a cool idea, a cool concept. In fact, cool isn't the word. Empowering, amazing, life-changing, groundbreaking, reality-shattering, maybe. One thing you're gonna do every single day that I pretty much do myself, I've been doing for a few years now, that has really taken my knowledge, my insight, I would say confidence, and it's taken all that to the next level. And I've been doing this thing in my own way. This is a way that I think people should do it to start. It's so powerful, and you're gonna have to wait till after the intro to find out what it is. It is basically this. Basically reading 10 pages a day of some of the greatest books ever written. And I'm gonna read this. If you do, will your life change on that first day you read 10 pages? Probably not. And if you don't read those 10 pages, will your life start to fall apart? Of course not. But successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do, even when it doesn't look like it makes any difference, at least in the short term. And they do it long enough for the compounding effect to start to kick in. If you read 10 pages a day of books like this, and he referenced Think and Grow Rich and Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That's what he's referring to when he says books like this. Let's see. You will have read about a dozen powerful, amazing, life-transforming classics. That is if you just read 10 pages a day. Your mind will be filled with the strategies and know-how necessary to create a startling new level of success. You will have absorbed the thoughts of millionaires. And, more than just millionaires, but some of the greatest minds and ideas ever in the history of mankind. You can read all the great classics, right? So my version of this is I read 1 chapter a day, any of the books I'm working through. And then I also use Audible as I'm walking to and from places, while I'm driving. And that's how I read 100 plus books a year. I started reading 100 books a year. I believe it was 2 years ago that I started that, and I've been doing it since. And I've gotten so much into a habit, and obviously Audible is a big help with this, or any audiobooks. In fact, check out Scribd, because I think it's $9 a month, and it's unlimited audiobooks. And their library isn't as extensive as Audible, but the amount of money I've spent on Audibles that are available on Scribd, it's up to thousands of dollars at this point, right? Because I buy so many books. And so what I want you to do, and what is so powerful here, is just 10 pages a day. If you read 10 pages a day, you can do the math even. For most people, and even a lot of the newer, shorter books, you'll probably hit somewhere between 30 and 50 books a year with just 10 pages a day. Now, 50 might be kind of high. It really depends on the size of the books you're getting. Like nonfiction, typically like long novels, it wouldn't be the same thing. But this is generally, this practice would be for nonfiction type stuff, but fiction's great too. If you don't read at all, then reading anything is going to be a big help for you, okay? And fiction has a lot of value with increasing knowledge and awareness and all the things that, reading books do for you. Fiction is great. I'm a very big proponent of reading fiction as well as nonfiction. But if you had to just focus on 10 pages a day because you're not really reading anything right now, and I would recommend doing 10 pages a day of some of the, Think and Grow Rich, this book for sure, The Slight Edge, Sapiens, some of the more business books like Elon Musk, Everything Store, those are some good ones. Delivering Happiness, the Nike biography, just really all the really top, business books and nonfiction books. Like they all have at least a few really solid nuggets that are going to help shape your awareness. They're going to shape the way you think. They're going to shape, they're just going to make you smarter, more intelligent for today's current age. Now, maybe you're not in business or whatever. That's fine, but I can tell you right now, it's going to make you a better conversationalist. It's going to make you more interesting. It's going to make you more worldly and knowledgeable, right? It's going to make you more confident. It's going to make you a better speaker. Reading does all of these things, and reading really good ideas, some of the best books ever written, absolutely does these things, right? And so, on a side note, if you pick up a book and you're not really into it, or it's just not good enough for you, whatever, don't be afraid to quit it. That's a big mistake I see. That's a mistake that I sometimes make because I feel guilty that I want to read this book. I want to add one more thing to my list of books I've read, or I want to get through this book for whatever reason. I feel guilty about not finishing it, but there's some that I just can't, like I think it's Power versus Force. I'm listening to it on double speed on Audible, and I'm having trouble getting to it. I really don't like the author. I don't like his language. I don't like what he's talking about. He's using tons of words and a lot of paragraphs to basically say nothing. That's how I'm feeling so far. Yet I've had people that have raved about this book. So I don't know if I'm going to stick through it or not. I might have to look at some of the Amazon reviews and see if I could find a summary or something, because like it's just fingernails on a chalkboard for me for this book. And for most people, for you, unless you have a very specific reason why you don't want to read a book, you should quit books. Okay. So today's video, not going to go too much into books and all that stuff. I have other videos on that, like how to read 100 books a year. I got some tips and strategies for that, why you'd want to do that, etc. But this video, I want you to just focus on 10 books a day, some of the best books ever written, okay? Borrow books from friends. That's a big way. If money's an issue, go to the library, of course. I would recommend having a pile of like 3 to 5 books you're kind of working through and just picking, every day pick the one book you're going to do your 10 pages with. There's nothing wrong with hopping around books. You don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to just do one book only and move through that. Like sometimes I'm not in the mood to read this. And so the other book I'm working through is Flow. And Flow is really great. It's one of those must reads, but Flow is a little slow at times. It's kind of a meaty book, so I like to mix it up. If you guys have any ideas, questions, or comments relating to this topic or reading in general, please drop them below. Make sure you slap the subscribe, like, the thumbs up. And again, my name is Colin Stuckert, and thank you for washing. Thank you for washing your clothes and your dishes. Thank you for watching.